Hello, it's Drewferd420 again. I'm back to give a step-by-step process on how I do my vocals. Alright, there are many different styles out there, but the two main styles basically is inhale and exhales. It's very diverse. You got people who think that inhales are very good, and then you got people who think exhales are very good. Me, on the other hand, I look at it like this. Inhales are very easy. They are very easy. They're not even technical to fucking do. It's just breathe in and grunt. That's basically inhales right there. Exhales are more technical because you gotta, like, inhales, you just breathe in while you're doing it, so you don't really have to have a reserve of air. Exhales, which a lot of metal artists do, they're more technical because you have to learn how to reserve your air to be able to do it longer. And the other thing is you got to have the proper airflow. You got to know the proper techniques to take care of your voice. You got to know how to do which type of scream, which pitch you want, all that great shit. I'm not getting into that shit because it's going to take like fucking hours to explain all of it. So I'm basically going to do the basics. Do exhales. That's the basic thing you need to know. Do exhales. There's only one person that I know that actually does good inhales, and that's Michael Franklin, who is part of my side project band called Aggressive Solitude. Now, me doing exhales, that actually landed me a spot in my main band, Mayhem Mortem, which we are fucking badass. We play sexcore, so I can do basically whatever I want with my vocals. The main thing that I started, because I used to do inhales, when I first started doing exhales, it was very high pitched. It was just that, and the reason why I do the face is because I put a lot of emotion into doing it, and I feel like it helps me do a better job at putting emotions, my emotions into doing my screaming. All that fucking anger and all that fucking hatred that I can't take out on anybody else, so that's how I take it out positively. Then after I did the high pitch, I started doing the medium pitch, which is more towards an all that remains type style. Just a yeah, more like that. Then after that, I started doing low pitched, which is more. And I tense up a lot when I'm doing it because I push that air, all that air into it. But when the high pitched, it takes a lot more air to do. The lower pitched, you're more reserved on air, so I'm basically able to do low pitched longer than I am high pitched, and then medium pitched is right there in the middle of everything. What I'd like to do for my own style, everybody thinks I'm unique in my own style and I don't copy anybody, but what I like to do is I like to go and listen to a band, and if they have really good vocals on it, I will re-listen to it and see their technique of breathing, which then I incorporate into my own. It's like a learning process for me, so I get better, and then I try out their vocals and see if I can match them, and then I incorporate it into my own style so then I can become a better vocalist. But then again, when I take their style vocals and I incorporate it to my own, I tweak it so it sounds like me through and through. So it's not technically I'm trying to steal anybody's vocals or anything. First off, we're going to start with the high-pitched. The high-pitch for me was very easy to do. For a lot of other people like Atreyu, he did more of the medium-low-pitched, and then worked his way to the high-pitched. As Hami, my bassist from Mayhem Mortem, explained to me, because that's his favorite band. The high-pitched, alright, the best way to describe it is like grunting and groaning, like you're taking a massive shit. You're just like, So what you're going to want to do for my style is you breathe in, you take as much air as you can. So when I'm like a line from our song "Say No More," the very first part of the chorus, where it goes, "You fucked me over again and again," which is high pitched. I go, "You fucked me over again and again." Okay, so I took that deep breath in, and then you just basically take your diaphragm and you force it up. It's basically like talking, but you force the air out faster, and you do more of a screaming. You know when you scream at people like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!" It's basically like that, but you take it and you force that air up, so it comes more like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!" Basically. I hope I explained that easy enough for a lot of people. The medium, it's basically just the same. You just don't put that little into it. You do more of a sort of like the verses for "Say No More." Like second verse, my favorite verse. I'll do that one for you, and then I'll explain how I do it. Basically, I take my air in, and then I go, "You're a fucking psycho, you're a piece of shit, go eat your words and try to bitch while you're wrong. Somewhere else if you want to get some more. I don't care what you think of me now, cause I've stood above you and wrote it down. So bite your tongue and tell it, so then cut it out and say no more." The reason why you want to take in bigger breaths is so you can go for longer, and they don't really hit it in between each part of you taking your breath. Alright, so that one, you basically do the same thing. You force it out with your diaphragm, and you blow it out. You just don't try to do the higher pitched a lot. Lower pitched. This one's a little bit more easier for a lot of people. It was harder for me to learn how to do the whole airflow technique, but I finally got it down just like a couple months ago. I will go back to "Say No More" again. On the chorus, the second line, it goes, "It's your time, it's the end." Basically how you do that one, you just don't really force it out a lot. You do a little bit, but you keep a lot of air in it, so you basically go, "It's your time, it's the end." Alright, that's basically how you do that one. It's really easy. Or, like, the only style of death metal that I do, because I like doing these for death metal, everybody says it sounds really demonic. That's why I want to use, like, if I ever do anything death metal, I want to use it for that one. This one's a little harder because this one comes from like really deep inside, but it's still kind of throat. Oh, by the way, speaking about this, for me, my higher pitched vocals come from more in this area. My medium come more in my chest, and my lower come like really down far where the diaphragm is. Is that a good explanation? But death metal, you want to go as deep as you can go. So, for me, the deep that I can go, which really fucks with people, is I'm just like, so to like form a sentence with that, I'll just make something up. The masochist, you are the sadist. I am your father, you are my sheep. I am the ruler, you are the follower. Yeah. That one really takes a lot out of me because I don't do that one too much, but because it takes a lot out of my throat and a lot of energy, so I stick more with the well, this video is almost over, so I can't explain it, but check back for part 2 because I will be going more into in depth. Thank you for listening, and